Good morning, everyone. I'm Wendy Chusky, and I'm proud to bring to you this morning the first episode of Inland's Got Gems. I have 4 local small business owners that I am so proud for you to meet that have been members of our community for quite some time. I would like to start off with the first one, which is going to be a woman who is an esteemed artist and also the president of the Hemet Valley Arts Association. I am proud to bring in Allison Weeman.
Good
Hello,
morning.
Allison. It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Good morning.
Yes, can't wait to learn more about you this morning.
Oh.
Secondly, I would like to bring a gentleman on the stage who has known about his passions since he was very young. He had a love for the action sports industry, and he combined that with his love for apparel and inspiring people. His name is Wyatt Dujac, and the name of his company is called Nosy Apparel. Please welcome yourself to the stage, Wyatt. Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Yeah. Looking forward to hearing more about your company this morning.
Thank you.
My last set of guests have been business owners in the community since 1982. This is a family-run business that is 4 generations strong. I can't say enough about this duo that is a father-daughter duo. Their names are Craig and Tina Cooper. And if you've been anywhere around Menifee, you are familiar with Menifee bicycles. Please welcome them to the stage.
For having us.
Yes, it's so nice to meet
Hi,
you guys.
very nice to meet you.
Welcome in, welcome
Thank you
in.
for having us.
Yeah. So I'm just going to get seated over here. I wanted this to be, it's so like you're on stage and everybody's like, oh, we're on set, but I wanted it to be super informal. The first thing that I kind of wanted to talk about is each of you up here is a small business owner and you have been driven by passion. And so I kind of wanted to start with, if you could talk a little bit about how your business or company started, and we can just kind of go from there.
Beautiful.
Well, my father and I opened the business April 15th on tax day 1982. My mother passed unexpectedly, and he wanted to do something together. So he fixed televisions, and I worked on bicycles in downtown Sun City. And we've been in 3 different locations. I was a cycling enthusiast, and so it was a natural for me to get into it.
That's so wonderful. And then obviously at a certain point, you brought your daughter along or your baby along when she was
she was 6 months old in a playpen in the back of the shop. Her mother, my wife, was working as a waitress across the street at Bob's Big Boy. And so she would drop Tina off, and I juggled the store and tending to Tina.
It's so wonderful. Can we bring Bob's Big Boy back?
Right?
Yes.
And how about you, Wyatt?
I don't remember the exact day mine started, but I was a junior in high school. I went to Paloma Valley, and I was in my art class, and I've always been terrible at art. I cannot draw. I can't paint. I never got the art genes of my family, but we're doing this project where we're learning about how people see art differently, right? So you fold a piece of paper into 4 different rectangles, and you draw something crazy, and you draw where it starts on the next page, but you don't let the next person see your drawing. So then you let them just go with whatever they think is on the top, and so on until you get the full piece of paper and you open it, and it's like you just get this crazy looking person, and you're just like, what? Like, this wasn't where I was going. And then like you guys got some fun to talk about. So I started with the head, and it kind of started like a character, because I always loved like just cartoony stuff, and I was like, this looks cool. Like, I like the way like you can kind of do anything you want with like anything cartoon related. Like I know some people in their like 60s who are like, SpongeBob is awesome. That's my show, right? So like, it's really timeless, and I really like I just saw it and I was like, this is it. Like I'm gonna make a way for this. This is my way.
That's so cool. And yeah, so art, obviously, there's great segue
Yeah,
into
I
you.
know.
This
That's
is so
perfect.
cool.
Everybody can do art.
Yeah, I was going to
And
say.
I've done that project he's talking about. That's fun. I do it with my grandkids. We do people that way through that. I loved art my whole life. And I was a teacher for a lot of years until I retired. And then I love this show, Hidden Gems. I didn't know about the art gallery in Hammett until my husband, we retired, and he got ALS and passed away. And then I was going to the cookie store with my sister because she said she wanted a cookie, and I knew this great bakery. So I went to the bakery, and she goes, "Well, what about the art gallery over there?" I said, "There's an art gallery?" It was right next to the bakery, and I'd never seen it. So I went in, and I've been involved in it ever since. And yeah, I bet it was, it is a hidden gem. I mean, so many people that come in, they're saying, "I didn't even know this was here."
I didn't know there was one there.
Nobody
No.
does. I don't know. I mean, we have, Facebook and a website. And,
That's awesome.
yeah, well, next time you come to Hammett, check us out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I will.
So how many years would you say that you've been involved?
Probably 6 years, about six
Wow.
years. It's been in the Valley for over 60 years.
Very cool.
Yeah, the organization.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys, obviously, especially you, business in Menifee over several decades, and so much change in the city of Menifee. We've got so many, like you said, when you started out, there was like one or two little shops in the center, and that's all there was. We've got so many big name, companies and retailers and things that have come here, which is, of course, great for the economy. But I guess I was just curious for, especially directed at you with so much history, how have you managed to keep your business, on the forefront of where people want to go spend their money, I guess, essentially?
Well, we're a specialty retailer, so we really compete on a different level than with the mass merchants and the larger corporations. They can't offer the personalized service that a small business can. They don't have the selection. And
Nice.
there's continuing challenges, supply chain, you go on and on, but every day is new and exciting. And
And you sell and service bikes, right?
both, yes.
Okay.
We've had people ask, do you make more money selling bikes, servicing bikes? And I ask them, which wing do you want in your airplane?
Yeah.
It takes both to
Yes.
generate income.
Probably easy to build rapport though with clients that you see or customers that you see over time
Yes.
coming back, to you, that you're not just helping one time sell a bike
Right.
and you never see them again.
Can I ask him a question?
Sure, please.
You know what? I would think some place like yours would be so much more personal. Like you go into the big stores, like even like, I don't want to name any stores, but you go in this big store and you need something. Then first you have to look for somebody, and then they don't know anything about what they're showing. Oh, it's on aisle 20, and you go, so to be able to go to somebody who really knows what they're talking about and has really had experience, to me, would make a big difference.
We pride ourselves on our customer service. That's number one.
And I bet that's
treating people how we would want to be treated somewhere
Yeah.
else. So
Yeah.
definitely not a corporate vibe. I mean,
Yeah.
we do the amount of business as a big corporation. We are a corporation, but it's definitely very down to earth and intimate and personal.
I
So
bet
the cycling
that's
is a journey. So,
cool.
yeah,
If I need a bike, I'm coming to you.
please
Good.
do.
Think of the corporate level of service. It's fairly constant.
Mhm.
It's almost guaranteed. And we won't name any major retailers, but you know what you're going to get. The service isn't bad. It isn't phenomenal. In a small business, you can have the extreme. You can have businesses that have horrible service that don't survive, and
Yeah.
other businesses that thrive because of
Yeah.
good service.
I feel like just listening to you guys, I'm learning so much here, for myself as a small business owner the last 10 years. I was actually curious what was going around in Wyatt's head. I feel like, you had spoken a little bit earlier when you arrived about, beginning your business because you felt like you wanted to inspire others. And I just feel like at such a young age that's so,
That's very cool.
it's very inspiring to me. Yeah. And to know that, there's kids in high school that, have visions for what they want to do and going out and achieving that. And so I think if you could talk a little bit about, maybe some of what that's been like for you, building the company from the ground up and getting your name out there, and some different, maybe challenges you've experienced, or maybe even kind of, you want to talk about more of the positive side of it, some of the rewards that have come your way from, building your own business and your own brand.
Oh, it's definitely been pretty cool. Like, well, cool and hard at the same time. Like, definitely a big struggle for me is like advertising and funding. Like, I don't have the advertising like ability like my sister, because she's like she knows a bunch about social media, and I like just kind of use it to like learn how to skate. And then funding, like I also like I work another job just to like oh, I can put this down towards this, just kind of like this should work out. Those are just a few of the challenges that I've really had, because like I'm a very big people person, but that's only face to face. Like I'm like, if you want to text me over the phone, don't do it. I'm not good at texting. I'm not good at like with emails. Like phone calls and face to face is where I'm at. So definitely a few of the rewards that I've had have definitely been the connections I've made. I've met a bunch of photographers, skaters, people who ride BMX, like even people who like don't necessarily like are in the like clothing or skate like community. Like I've met like music producers, like rappers, singers, R&B artists. Like all I've been trying to do is just let them know who I am and let them know what I stand for. And like if they really like it, if they really are just like, dude, like Wyatt's super cool, I love this message, I love what Nosy stands for, and they want to buy something, like I'm all for supporting like anyone's dreams, because I really feel like there's so many people out there who are just so quick to be like, you're never gonna do that. Like me, like I'm not an artist, right?
Yeah.
And like I just kind of drew whatever, right? And like just saying I'm not an artist is already such a big setback, because you're already putting so many like standards on yourself to be like, I gotta be like them. Like you don't. Like it's so quick and so easy to like just group yourself together with the next big thing. But I really find like it's so much cooler and so much more authentic. Instead of just promoting your brand, promote yourself, because there's a meaning behind everything, and there's a meaning why you did that. And I feel like people would succeed so much more if you just showed yourself in your brand, because then they see more of a person aspect, because it's like you're not just wearing the clothing, you're also showing your dreams.
Well, art lives on too. That's what's so amazing about it, music and art and all that. And I watched a video the other day, and they were saying like Van Gogh only sold 2 paintings. And so you can't really, you can't really judge yourself by what's happening while you're here right in this moment. It also is about the legacy too. And I feel like you've spoken about, people that have been close to you that have passed on, but still, they have a legacy they left behind of love. And I just wanted you to elaborate a little bit on the art kind of industry out here, because I think the perception is maybe there's not a big artist gathering or whatever, or places for people to. Now I know the metal sculptures in Temecula and all that, that's kind of like what we're, but I just wanted you to elaborate a little bit on maybe even the resources that you have, or things that people could be involved in that have to do with the organization.
At the gallery, we have classes and workshops that we do. What I'm really proud of is I've developed a relationship with the Hemet Unified School District, and we now have a student panels where we have high school students and middle school students able to bring their work in. Well, actually, the administrator brings them in and puts them up on, we have a 4-sided huge panel in the front. So it's a way to let younger people share their passion and be proud to have it in a real, and very, very that. We have an evening of art coming up where we give monetary awards to students in our community. And I don't know, I think sharing your passion is important. And I think that's kind of what you were talking about. When you're passionate about something, I used to own a small business. I owned a Montessori elementary school, and I was passionate about it. And that's what keeps you going there on all those hard days. And the art gallery is kind of the same thing. It has its ups and downs, and people get frustrated. It's all run by volunteers, but I think the passion behind it is what keeps it going. We love creating art. We love sharing our art.
You mentioned a little bit about what you do for the community and different things like that. I wanted to touch a little bit on some of the things that you guys have done as far as bikes are concerned for, Boys and Girls Club and different things. Can you tell us a little bit about what you have done donation wise in the community? Because I know it's quite a bit.
Yeah, we work really closely with the Boys and Girls Club here in Menifee, but I've also worked with many other Boys and Girls Clubs providing bikes to struggling families. We also work with a team building company in Chico, California called Odyssey. My dad goes and helps people do team building exercises, and the customers are the kids, and the kids get the bikes, and they come from really, underprivileged homes and stuff like that, and they get a bike, and some of them have never had a bike before, and it's really, really cool to see, part of our testimony.
In regards to your company, because I feel like it might be like the newest here, what are some ways that the community could help to support? Well, first of all of you, but I was specifically going to ask Wyatt first. What could the community do to support you? What would be something that we could do to help, get your name out or to help support your business? What would you like to see the community be able to do if you could pick anything?
Oh, wow. If I could pick anything, I really like to see like cool, like street clips with people on like BMX, or like if they're on a scooter or on a skateboard, like if they're just going out and they're kind of like doing something, like even just something random, if they're just like, oh, I drew this cool picture, like, and they just happen to be wearing a shirt. Like I got a gallery page on my website, and I'd love to just like, boom, just slap it right up there. And just like, so people, if they're like, oh, like there's a gallery page, like what do people do? And you just see all these cool clips, maybe some dudes like mid-varial and just flaked out right to the camera. And there's some cool person like winning an award for like maybe like a cool sculpture they built, and it's getting like presented everywhere. And they're just like, oh, like nosy, like I really like the message. Like this really just kind of pushed me to like, like it doesn't really matter what really anyone says. It just really matters what you said.
Do you have stickers or anything that kids could get a hold of that they could put on there?
Everywhere. I have a toolbox in my car as we speak, full of stickers.
So if anybody out there is doing any sort of action sports and they want to pop a couple stickers on, they can just hit you up.
You have like 9.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool. That's really cool.
I'll put on my water bottle.
You go right ahead. Dude, that'd be awesome. I'll stop off like after this interview.
So I feel like as entrepreneurs, sometimes we're running on a dream that only we can see, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a passion that only you can see. And I think that it's so important to be surrounded by like-minded people, and like just even sitting here on this panel and hearing, the word passion over and over and over again. I think I would like to know, in times where it might not have been as good, especially because you have so much history too, but what all of you do to kind of stay in the passion and to keep going when it feels like it might be a little bit tougher to do than on the days where it's easy.
COVID, that's got to have been hard for you too. Yeah.
When the lockdowns came, the bike industry took off because people could go outside and ride bikes. And so
no gyms.
We went, we were crazy busy.
You couldn't find bikes. I paid like $200 for a $20 beach cruiser.
And a lot of stores were gouging and they were running reduced hours. And like, we opened up more, and we had people lined up to the street because we had how do I say? I was talking with a local dignitary about it, and he was dropping off a box of masks. Really cool because they were in short supply. And I told him that a lot of people are dying due to COVID, and it was a horrible time. But I said in the same period of time, and I just checked the statistics, more people that died from murder and suicide So our goal was to get people out on bikes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy, you know, the 80-hour weeks.
Yeah.
But to see the look on people's faces when they got that new bike. And we're still doing that. The supply chain disruption still 5 years later. We're facing, you know, certain items we haven't sold for 3 years because they're not available.
Yeah.
But I have everything on back order. And, and when it comes in, you know, we make those decisions what we're going to.
There's a lot tied into it. It's putting smiles on faces. It's keeping people healthy. It's keeping them active. It's keeping them outdoors. So it's a whole thing.
Surrounding yourself with good people. We have an amazing crew. Maybe watching the podcast and just phenomenal people, and from all different walks of life.
Yes.
And we come into the store and we're a family.
Yes.
So nice.
Definitely a challenge. It was definitely myself. Like I was trying to wasn't the greatest at multitasking when I was younger. So like I'd have to focus on school, and then I was doing sport, and I was like, I gotta come home, I gotta do this, and I kind of just put it off on the back burner for a while, and then I went out to college, and I just scrapped the idea. I was like, it was gone, it was done, and I was like, dang, like I really liked it, and like this was fun, but like it's not even like I could like revive it somehow. So I kind of I threw it away. I'm not going to that school anymore. And then I came back and I was working. I don't remember where I was working at the time, but I just remember kind of seeing myself like I don't want to be here when I'm older. Like I want to have free time. I want to travel. I want to be able to go on my phone and like reply to 3 emails and like make $3 million.
Me too.
I want to be able to have that free time and to like be able to promote myself. And so I was like, you know what? Like my friend was going out to some event in Los Angeles and like for creators, right? And he does photography and videography. And I made a joke. I was like, dude, ask the host if I can come. Like I have clothes I could sell. And he was like, okay. And I was like, oh, wait, no, I'm just kidding. And he was like, no, like I'll ask him. So he called him. I got the vendor spot. I got everything. And I was like, even though I might not sell anything, because like I'm in my opinion, I'm my biggest critic. There's so many things I could make better about this brand. There's so many things I would do differently. There's so many things that I would like change. I had a feeling I wasn't going to sell a lot, or I wasn't going to sell anything. And that wasn't good to go into that. I was like, everything's going to be gone when I go in this event. So I was like, you know what? I'll make it up in networking. So I'm meeting everybody. Hey, I'm Wyatt. It'd be really cool if you got a picture in this hat. If you want to buy it, I'm doing a sale. It's $8. Like, it's like, if not, dude, just take a picture of this hat, do a cool pose. It'll be posted on the Instagram. And they're like, okay. And like, they're super excited. Everyone's super helpful. Got really cool pictures, met a lot of cool people who I still talk to today. And after that, like, I really started to like, I kind of like felt, I was like, I can do this. Like I can like,
wow.
I was like, I can.
And
really,
if you never ask, the answer is always no.
Yeah,
So that's
like,
why just put yourself out there, be brave. You never know if someone could say no, but that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I was just kind of putting myself out there. I was just like, you know, like if they weren't with it, I would only ask forgiveness, not permission. Like that's like, I just kind of like, hey, put this hat on, let me take a picture of you. And if they're like, no, I'm like, my bad. I won't bother you. But.
Well, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today with me. I personally learned so much, and it's nice to be around like-minded entrepreneurs. My name is Wendy Chusky, and I am a real estate agent. I have been one in the Temecula Valley for the last 10 years. I have a team, and the name is Temecula Valley RE. Pretty easy to remember. If you see our logo out and about, you'll know that that's me. If you have any questions in regards to real estate, always reach out. And as far as everyone else on the panel, we're going to put their socials up, social platforms, follow them, like them, ask them questions. I mean, I feel like this is a wide range of everything just sitting here, and a wealth of information. I really appreciate you guys coming to sit and talk with us today. Yeah. Thank you.
morning, everyone. Hello, my name is Kyle Small. I'm with my host, Portia Steele.
Hi, how you doing, Kyle?
Doing great today. How you loving that weather?
It's a little too chilly for me, but
Yeah.
I'm a manage.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about today?
Today we'll be in the residential areas of Paris, Menifee, and Wildomar, along with some fun events and activities that will be going on in that area. And to start off today, we have a cute little coffee shop by the name of Montague Coffee that's serving coffee to the community. It's making a real difference with the lives of students.
Yes, I love Montague Coffee. Man, they just launched a scholarship program in our community. Next steps toward their educational goals.
It's great. Always good working for the community, especially with students in that matter. We sent our team out to Raphael Montague, the owner of the shop, and he was very kind enough to lend us his vision and ways on how this just like students in the area and his community that he has, and it was just really kind. I got to personally meet him, so a great man, and you.
Well, as we wait for that cut, I will say that is that it's just a coffee shop, right?
Yeah,
but they
coffee.
do so much more for the community. Can you imagine opening a coffee shop and wanting to really focus on education? Amazing.
And not only so, we have our segment coming up right now.
Raphael Montague here. We run this little coffee shop in the cute little town of Wildomar, California. I grew up in Spokane, Washington. If you grew up there, you're kind of an alcoholic, coffee guy. Recently, the biggest catalyst was my dad passing away. Nicole, my wife, she came to me. Passed away, and she said in tears, like, we really need to do that coffee shop we've always talked about. The reason that she was so adamant is like she realized that life was finite, and it's something that we want to do that we know is going to be good for the community, you know.
My name is Kirsten. The best part of working here is the regulars and the connections you build with the customer. Working here, it's a really good environment. Really good, so I would recommend that as well.
How do we connect with the community? We are part of the community. You'll see my kids out and about in town. We try to support our hand from. We get our milk from Dijon's Dairy. We get supported by others in the community, like Java Hut. They buy coffee from us. Also, Bloom does. Awesome community concert on December 15th. Featuring 5 local artists. We do live music at the coffee shop.
Rusty? Coffee is definitely the community aspect of it. The fact that they thrive in the community, they do everything local, they roast local, they source local, they do everything local, and you really get a feel of that when you walk in the door.
My name is Cindy. My favorite part about the coffee shop would be community and seeing the same faces over and over. I think that the community coming together in one spot is fabulous.
So we have an annual scholarship. We give out $1,000 and then $250. We put out a podcast that we like. Folks can listen to one of the episodes and just give us a response to it. So this year we got 24 responses. It was crazy difficult to select out of those 24. But there was one that just stood crazy above. This girl, she did a video response. She had done a survey and then presented the results of the survey and then had video of her working at her job and work at school. It was just a real outstanding response. Anyone can apply. You just have to have at least school. So attain that. I was getting a million requests for donations for people for school and different things, and they just have to do some type of response and they have a chance to get that scholarship for their schooling. At Montague, we look for the qualities in our scholarship applicant is that they are hardworking. Like I told you about the girl who won, she did her work, so she got $1,000 to work. I'll tell you guys about or menu item. Most people order, I would say, a vanilla latte when we don't have our fancy seasonal drinks. I think right now the most popular one is the hug and a mug. Don't ask me what's in it. I don't even know, to be honest.
My favorite menu is muffins, sourdough muffin.
My favorite menu item among all of them, the Wildemar sandwich and the sourdough muffin.
My favorite menu item at Montague Coffee is probably the Bundy sandwich.
Another catalyst for us opening Montague Brothers is I was going to a green coffee shop that's pretty much everywhere, and I had a bad experience. All the baristas had headsets on their head. I went up to order. It took like 6 minutes to order. So at Montague Brothers, we encourage folks well, they'll just chill, drink their coffee, play on their computer, and just relax. We love campers. We want a spot that people feel comfortable and feel like they want to stay in. Is there anything special coming up for Montague Brothers Coffee? We're doing a special Christmas concert. There's going to be 5 different live artists. One of our favorites, Travis Williams, another awesome guy, Leather and Boogie. So it's going to be featuring 6 different vendors and 5 local artists. It's free for the community. We're super excited about that. That'll be December 15th, and that's 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Genuinely appreciate our community, and we want to be that spot that they're just comfortable coming in. So we want to be that consistent spot that people can come to and see the same people and know that this is a family-owned, family-run operation, that you're going to get good quality, that they would serve their families. Love you guys.
Beautiful thing that Mr. Montague is doing for the community. Wouldn't you say, Portia?
Absolutely. And that pumpkin crumb cake, oh my goodness, I need that. But they were so cute.
The sandwiches too were amazing.
Yes.
But coming up in December, we're going to look at Paris for some fun winter events.
Ooh, these activities, they range from tree lighting to parades to delicious breakfasts. And as December 6th, we'll be having the annual lighting ceremony at the City Hall campus at 5 p.m.
And then on the 7th is a winter wonderland where there'll be fun activities such as painting, horse-drawn carriages, and tree lighting.
That sounds like fun for the whole family.
Sounds like a great time. There's also going to be a Christmas parade on the 14th with Sam's going up to the 6th.
So more information can be found on the Paris website regarding these activities and other upcoming events.
Mm-hmm. Up next, we'd like to introduce Paris's hidden gem. This gem benefits, my apologies, folks. This gem benefits one of the most important parts of our community, our veterans.
Absolutely. The American Legion is a veteran-owned business made for veterans and their families. They do it all, from donating to homeless veterans and doing scholarships while serving meals.
And we're lucky enough to have the opportunity to interview the people. So let's take a look.
This is American Legion 959. We've been here for about 60 years. The building's 40 years old. We do stuff for our veterans. We take them food, clothing if they need it. We help the homeless out. Dinners here on taco night. We have a dinner on Thursday night, which is anything the commander decides to make. And then Fridays we have either steak night or spaghetti night. We go around and pass out food to the homeless on Thanksgiving, clothes and stuff. Is that good?
I'd like to first say thank you to Mr. Andrew Crane for giving us that segment at the end. But the American Legion clearly do so much for the veterans and the community of Paris as a whole. So last but not least, though, we'll be going over to Menifee, where there'll be there's a new gym popping up actually close to your college campus right here called Cafe Mercata.
Cafe Mercata is my favorite. It is tucked away in the Menifee Town Center. Oh my gosh, they have delicious foods, and they just finished its grand opening, and it's delighting guests with every visit.
Let's take a look at that. It's a beautiful place.
So today we're at Cafe Mercado. I'm here with the owner, Mirna Martinez. And Mirna, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions about your cafe. How long has your cafe?
I am here 1 year ago and 2 months.
1 year and 2 months, so you're brand new.
Yeah.
Welcome to Menifee.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'd like to also ask you, what made you want to start a cafe?
Because I in LA for one coffee shop and I like making pastries and I like see the people so happy.
That's really nice. So, when you come into your cafe, they start day-to-day operations look like?
I in the morning because every people like drink one coffee before the work.
So you wake up in the morning and you come into work. How do you set it up for all of the morning customers?
Yeah, I make everything fresh for the customers and the coffee too because every people like too much coffee and I like service the people and I have different price for people. I have ice and hot coffee.
That's nice. I had a hot coffee this morning, actually, and it was really so. Well, I think this cafe is really cool. But what would you like people to know when they come in here?
The people like the sandwich and the pasta, and maybe later I selling the wine and beer. Yeah, because people like too much food and Italian food. Yeah.
Okay. So you're selling beer here now, or
Maybe next month.
oh,
Yeah.
that's really
And I change the hours.
okay.
Yeah, for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So what are those new hours? Can I ask?
Yeah, maybe 4 p.m. and close the 9 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really interesting. Thank you so much for letting us interview you. This cafe is really amazing. You guys should come to it. Cafe Mercado in Menifee, 3 Antelope Road. Join us. It is probably the best coffee I've had today.
Such a beautiful shop with such a beautiful personality. And if I'm correct, Portia, you actually just went there recently, didn't you?
I did. I went with the interviewer and we had the most delicious breakfast sandwich. It was incredible. And when she says she makes everything fresh, you can taste it. Every element of the latte that I had was vanilla lavender, which is a combination, I think.
Sounds kind of crazy.
But it was incredible. So you guys definitely need to check that out.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not the only thing we have brewing up in Menifee, isn't it?
No, it's not. So down at the Menifee Library, they have a plethora of fun events for both the littles and the adults.
For the kids, there are many December events coming up, such as Kinder Plus Storytime and Craft.
Adults out there, there's a chess club happening from 3:30 to 5 p.m. and a genealogy club from 11 to 1. Get your lineage in order.
But that's all we have for today, folks. We hope you were able to. Sorry, folks. Sorry about that. We hope we were able to shed some light on the hidden gems in our area, beautiful places in our quaint little towns that really deserve the spotlight.
But before we go, let's not forget the Manga Mania that's happening for the middle schoolers.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Of course, we definitely encourage our locals to check these spots out. But if some of them are a little bit too far outside your area, try to do a little scouting and searching in your area for other local gems close by right to you.
Yes.
And as always at the studio, we appreciate you sticking around. This has been Hidden News. I'm Kyle Small, my co-host Portia Steele, and thank you for tuning in today.
Thank you, guys.
Good.
You know, at the end of the day, it is your business, and
Morning, students, and welcome to the final segment of Hidden Gems, Mole in the Market. My name is Mr. Business, and today we will put 4 local business owners to the test. In our high-intensity game of deception and strategy, 4 business owners will answer prompted questions based on and around their jobs, but one of them is our mole in the market. The contestants will be given a 7-minute round to answer and then question each other's responses, while our mole tries their best to blend in and fool the others. After the round ends, a 30-second deliberation and voting period begins where each can prove their suspicions against one another. If nobody votes, the game continues into a much faster speed round that only lasts 3 minutes. If the mole is voted out, the 3 business owners will win our grand. The mole stays in the game and is period, the mole wins. Take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Business. Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Michael, and I will be giving you questions to answer in order to weed out our mole. Remember, everyone, one of you is lying. So let's see if today's entourage of entrepreneurs has what it takes to find them out. Business owners, you may now. Good luck.
Hi, I'm contestant 1.
Hi, I'm contestant 2.
Hi, I'm contestant 3.
Hi, I'm contestant 4.
All right, contestants, let's get the show on the road. Question 1, what was one of the struggles you went through?
One of the struggles I went through as a small business owner is competitors, people who come up and imitate what you're doing and try to copy, as well as supply shortages during COVID.
Hi, one of them was usually finding good, decent help. It was always hard to find people that were reliable or people who I could train and teach what I know and to lead on projects.
One of the struggles that I faced was getting my name out there and really being able to get in front of potential clients.
One of my struggles is dealing with things that are things. Sometimes it happens okay, sometimes it doesn't, but you just have to do your best.
All right, contestants, on to your second question. What is something you wish you knew before?
I wish I knew how to create a website.
I didn't realize the potential of my business. I wish I would have had more understanding of business in regards to being able to grow.
Yeah, I would kind of second that. I wish I had a better understanding of how long it was going to take in order to gain traction and how much money it would take to gain traction.
Yeah, exactly. How long it's going to take. You really make sure that you have from some source before you start to take care of the slow periods.
For your third and final question, contestants, in your experience, what is the biggest misconception people have about what it takes to run a small business?
When you work for yourself, you're going to work less hours than working for somebody else.
I tend to agree with that. Owning your own business does not give you an 8-hour job. It always increases from job to job, but it takes a lot longer, for done.
Yeah, it never ends. It just keeps going. And it's all on you, right? At the end of the day, the buck stops at you. And so it's important that you're looking at all angles and knowing that you just got to keep going.
the buck stops with you, but there are people out there, especially other small business owners, who can help, and they help you, you help them, and it's you're not all by yourself, but certainly you are the one where the buck stops, and hopefully you're enjoying what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. What do you, onto your another question, what do you think was your biggest asset when starting your business?
I would have to say myself. I think I am full of knowledge, and I am a kind of, I had what it takes to do what I wanted to do.
When I first got involved running my own business, I started working as a subcontractor, and a lot of the businesses that I worked for says that I knew more than they.
That's are my clients. You know, you do a good job, you take care of them, and they're going to be happy. They're going to spread the word, and you know, they're your biggest advocate.
I would agree with contestant number one. As a small business owner, you are the one greatest asset. You have the determination, you have the grit, and again, hopefully, all these hours that you're spending are enjoyable because you've chosen to do something that you really want to do.
On the subject of assets, let's flip here. Any liabilities you think when starting your business, like anything that like dragged you down and you had to like cut loose or anything of that nature?
Who overpromise and underdeliver.
I think customers sometimes can be very misleading. They want you to do something for them, and you know they can get a great price, and they're going to give you all this business, and usually doesn't pan out. You eventually.
Yeah, liabilities, marketing, right? So constant fine tuning and trying to figure out what's working, what's not working, and just trying to get better at it. And it's a liability because you go out and you test different angles.
I've had all those experiences. Managing people, making sure that you've got the right people in what you're doing. And then again, marketing, I found was difficult to get the business started, to get enough customers to make it viable.
To kind of carry off of what you guys were talking about, is there something that decides whether a customer or employee or something is bad versus good? Like what's some of the tell signs you see like in nature and people, whether you think someone is good for your business or not?
I'm the type of person that I got to see action. So I think you can tell good signs in people when they deliver and what you ask of them. And if they're, you know, slacking on the job, they're a little lazy, coming up with some excuses, your best bet.
A lot of times there's people who want to think they're going to be able to come in and just jump in and create their own situation there. And they have to find out there are just regular routines that need to be done.
Yeah, in my world, clients trusting your advice. And so that the client takes it seriously and they put it into action.
Before I opened my own business, I had a succession of management positions. And I would like to think that I'm a pretty good judge of character when I'm hiring somebody. And I'd like to think that I'm a good manager. It's not to problems with staff so much.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you very much, contestants. That is your time. So in the next 30 seconds, I'll have you guys decide who you believe is the mole of the group and cast your vote, if you may.
I just say who I think it is?
Just say who you think it is and just why if you want. Seconds.
I think contestant number 4 is the mole because his answers were very generic and Miss America-like.
Miss America-like?
Contestant 2.
Okay, well, this is a hard one for me, but I'm going to go with contestant number 3. because I see
Okay, I'm going to go with contestant number 4. I believe that his answers were vague.
Contestant 4.
I'm going to say contestant number 2.
All right. The votes have been cast. Contestant number 4. Step forward. Congratulations, you guys have found the mole. Mr. Mole, if you'd like to please introduce yourself to the rest of the group here.
My name is Eric, and I'm a retired landscape architect. I have not owned my own business, and I think it's really impressive.
Thank you. The group has successfully found the mole. If each of you could please now describe your businesses in greater detail and what it truly means to be a business owner in modern society. I'll start with contestant number 1.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Romano. I own a business called Think Play Magic. It is a sensory play company, spectrum or kiddos in general. I make Play-Doh and slime kits for kiddos of all age. What it means to be a business owner, it is a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, a lot of hard work. I celebrate 4 years in the business next week. I'm in 6 retail locations, and I have an amazing online presence. I get to work with kiddos on the spectrum all the time, with the autism community. Maddox's Market, if you've never heard of it before. My whole inspiration behind my business was my son, Maddox, who was diagnosed with autism. And unfortunately, Maddox to my business, and I made going. And with his legacy, I would say now I've been able to change so many lives and be very fulfilled. So I love my business, and yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing. I'm sorry for your loss. Contestant number 2.
My name is Ralph Naranjo. I'm in a special type of business. I do court resurfacing. I do paddle courts, tennis courts, basketball courts. I've been doing this for over 30 years. The market on us is pretty good. There's always work for us. There's always things for us to do. I don't really compete too much with other businesses. I have a reputation of overseas. We generally try to do the best we can. We deal with a quality product, and that's what I try to do.
Contestant number 3.
All right, my name's Alex Newman, and I own a wealth management company called Grape Wealth Management. We specialize in investments for we will be 3 years. So here in February, my firm will be open for 3 years. My focus is really making sure that people become retired and stay retired. I really enjoy with